are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
Love is the only way. Love is the answer. Love is the only way. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. In a world so cold, love's the warmth we hold. In a sea of doubt, love will find us out. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. So cold, love's the warmth we hold. In a sea of doubt, love will find us out. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. Hearts beat as one. Underneath the sun, love's melody sets our spirits free. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. Revolution in the crowd, shaking ground, winds of
are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network. We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only. Plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our EIOBN.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But Reed, at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
Sound of freedom, also now. Revolution in the crowd, shaking ground, winds of change, feel it all, rearrange. Voices rising.
All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let's see what's going on. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Hope everybody's doing good today. Trying to get my stuff up and going here. Happy Tuesday it is. And let's see what's going on in America. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. We got some good stuff. I do have something, some good intel today. Something that ties into what we're seeing in America. And I will tell you here in a little bit. We'll just jump right into it here in just a second. But also something that you will not hear anywhere else right now, because I'll be the first one to tell you. Let's see here. Still kind of dragging from yesterday a little bit. I was up at 4:30 and out, and I didn't get actually in bed around 2:30 this morning. It's been a long day yesterday, but it's all good, right? We're all for the same cause. Let's see here. Man, I've never seen so many semis, though, parked on the interstate. It absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But you know what? In the midst of the strike and everything that's going down, I got some good news for you. We just have to hang tight a little bit. So let me see who's in the house real quick here, and then we'll get started here. I know a lot of you don't like it, but that's okay. Patriots Red October is here. Buckle up. Enforcer, you are exactly right. And part of what I'm going to give today, and like I said, I'm not going to wait too long into the show to give it out. But what you're going to hear today is absolutely the start of a literal Red October. The hunt is on. I mean, like, it's literally on. There's no more fixing it coming. No more. And I've been telling you this for weeks. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening right in front of your eyes, and you don't even realize it. But I'm going to give you a revelation today, and you're going to look at this whole thing a whole lot different. All right. Hello, DC. Greetings from Spring Lake, Michigan. In the house, Jeep Girl again. Thank you so much for tuning in there in Dallas, Georgia. Hello, everyone. That was me. Hey. Hey, DC Patriots from Hutchinson, Arkansas. Trying to get my eyes focused here. Hey, DC from West Tennessee. Prayers for all in the path of the floods. Absolutely. It's been crazy. We got Indiana in the house here. We got Prairieville, Louisiana in the house. Louisiana. Beaufort, Georgia in the house. Not sure. Happy Tuesday. Bar water. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. And there's several stories on that. Enforcer that, and I'll stop here real quick, that there are multiple people with helicopters that have been trying to get in to rescue people, and the fire departments and even some police departments are telling people that they're not allowed to come there and rescue people, which is absolutely absurd. And I would still land my freaking helicopter and rescue people. And another thing, for those of you that are listening and are trying to do rescues and stuff like that, if you get somewhere and there is a fire chief or whoever that tells you got to go, well, especially these volunteer firemen, I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just telling you right now, they have no power over you. So when it comes to rescue, you can tell their fat butts to get back in their truck and sit there and eat a hamburger. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Beaufort. Let's see here. Western North Carolina here. Silicotta, Alabama in the house. Thank you so much for listening. South Carolina. Good afternoon from Burton, Kansas. Hello from Texas. Hello, DC from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Hello, DC, Raleigh, North Carolina in the house. RC and EC, thank you so much. Loyal people there. Royalton, Minnesota in the house. Hello, Patriots DC from Northeast Ohio. God be with Israel. Amen. It's devastating damage here. Right. I've seen it. It's crazy. Grand Rising, DC. Good to watch. Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you so much. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania in the house. Hello from the belly of the beast, California. Absolutely. Lucky you, right? Noblesville, Indiana in the house. Hello, DC, miss you. Thank you so much. Austin, Texas in the house. That was from missed you yesterday. Thank you so much. DC and fellow Patriots. Amy in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Dayton, Ohio in the house. Let's see here. First time listening from Boston. Well, thank you so much, and we hope that you enjoy it. And tune back in every day from 1 until 2:30ish. And sometimes we're on the weekends. We're just depends on what's happening in America. Fox is showing Iran missiles attacking east side of Israel, right? Yeah. Believe it or not, Israel can handle their own. And, you know, my thoughts on that is Israel needs to just hand them their butt. Hello from Meansville, Georgia. Winston-Salem, ready to hear something positive. Stay safe. Absolutely, Christine. You'll hear something great today. Hey, DC from Lisa. Hello, DC and everyone. Gwen here from Hamilton, Ohio. God bless you all. Hey, DC. Coming today from rainy. Okay. Coming today from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you so much. Texas in the house. Morning. Constant helicopters rocking my house again. Sorry about that. Let's see. Western North Carolina house. In your prayers, y'all. It's so bad here. Hello, Brainridge, Georgia. Hello, Oklahoma. Oklahoma again. Hello, Crescent Crow. Let's see here. Sorry. Ringgold, Georgia in the house. Praying for the ones in the storm that's flooded in, right? Coffeyville, Mississippi in the house. DC from New Jersey. Good to have you in here. Good afternoon from Wallace, North Carolina. Hello, Pages from Columbia, Kentucky. Pam. Let's see here. Trying to get my chat here going. Sand Springs, Oklahoma in the house. From Coffeyville, Mississippi. Muskogee, Oklahoma. Good morning, DC. Wilsonville, Oregon in the house. Right. Absolutely. Chicagoland in the house. Hello, DC from Virginia. Thanks for keeping it real and keeping us informed. Absolutely. Do the best I can. Hello from Madison, Mississippi. Orange County, New York. Didn't he just make his motorcycles up there? The Orange County deals up there. Hello from my desk in Mississippi. Praying for hurricane victims. Absolutely. It's a land grab, y'all. They're wanting to put lithium mine there. Right. There's a lot more that's going on too. Let's see here. This is the county address where I live. Okay. I'll look it up. Do the White Hats have capabilities to stop these man-made storms? Yes and no. But we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Agaland, Texas in the house. Central New York in the house. Thank you for listening. Good morning from LA Harbor. All right. Let's see here. Hello, Phil from Georgia. Okay. Thank you so much for all you do. Pullerville, Georgia. Dalton, Georgia in the house. Winter Haven, Florida in the house. Let's see here. Alabama. Praying for everyone is impacted. Yep. Let's see. Western North Carolina, the war zone. Looking forward to hearing the message of his message. Carson City, Michigan. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Good morning, Washington State. Lindale, Texas in the house. North Georgia in the house. DC from, hello, DC from, we call her Texas. I'm in South Texas and people are emptying shells and water. Yeah. On then eggs and toilet paper. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Anyone else fighting? Man, okay. Bedford, Virginia in the house. What's up, brother? From Camner, Kentucky. Thank you so much. Another loyal listener there. Praying for you all. Sorry for the news. Okay. Happy Tuesday. Jefferson City, Missouri in the house. Thank you, DC. Watch you every day from Gainesville, Texas. Thank you so much. Hello, Texas. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hey, from Cincinnati. Hello, Cincinnati. The sound is so quiet, can barely hear. I'm not sure why, because all the meters are saying it's pretty stout right now. Stockbridge, Georgia in the house. Connecticut in the house. Thanks for all you do. Hello from Lincoln, California. Awesome. Hey, DC from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Thank you so much, Angela. Let's see here. There we go. Let's try that. Everybody's saying the levels are real low. We'll just see. See if that does any better. Let's see here. Valdosta, Georgia in the house. Madison, Alabama in the house. Everybody else is saying their sound is fine. Not sure. Let's see here. Cartersville, Indiana in the house. Bellefontaine, Ohio in the house. Okay. Tell my wife DJ happy anniversary. She's putting up with me for 8 years. Well, DJ, happy anniversary to you. And you know what? You deserve a special award today for putting up with this man for 8 years. You know how men are, right? Well, we salute you today, DJ. Happy anniversary. ADC from East Tennessee, West Michigan here. Can you fix your audio? I'm trying to. Ocala, Florida in the house. Maryland in the house. Let's see here. It's park porn time, yeah. Just like Hawaii. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we're trying to. I don't know what else is going on, guys. I don't know if your audio is low, but I'm not sure why it would be low. Anyway, let's see here what we got going on here. Okay, we got a lot going on here today. Orange Creek, Oregon in the house. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Beaverton, Oregon in the house also. Do I know Iran is attacking Israel? Yes, I do. Okay. Crescent Crow, I see that. First time listening, Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you so much. I hope you come back in. Let's see who else we got here. Hi from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Okay. In the house. I think Western Kentucky in the house. West Kentucky, I'm sorry. Dallas, Texas in the house. ADC and Patriots listening from work. Don't get caught. I hope I don't get caught, but DC is worth it. Thank you so much. Crazy train. Michigan in the house. Dallas, Texas in the house. And I'll be moving on very quickly here. Illinois in the house. Kickapoo, Illinois in the house. Watching you on Rumble on my TV. Thank you so much. It's awesome. Indiana in the house again. Another one. Trying to get through here. We got a lot popping in here. DC is loud on my end. Okay. It's loud on my end too. Let's see here. All right. Hillsboro or Oregon in the house. Hope I'm not missing anybody. If I am, I really do apologize. Shelbyville, Kentucky in the house. Okay. Okay, so let's get started here. First, thank you for listening today. It's such a blessing for everyone to come in and listen to me. Anyway, I want to start here with, first of all, I want to say, if this happened, of course, I'm a day late and dollar short today, right? Because I was out yesterday. But I'm still going to touch on some things, and I got some good stuff for you. One, I want to just say, Louisiana House passed a bill that would allow state and local law enforcement to arrest immigrants who have entered the United States illegally. Okay. Thank you so much for Louisiana for doing this. Here's my problem with this. I have no problem with them being arrested if they're here illegally, especially if they're causing trouble. And I believe they have to be arrested. The problem is, what do we do with them after the fact that they've been arrested? Because they got to be stored somewhere, right? They got to be stored somewhere. And Hazard, Kentucky, good to see you. Michigan in the house, glad to find you too. They got to be stored somewhere. They got to be fed. They got to have a toothbrush. Got to have water. All these things. So who pays for that? And then two, because it goes back on taxpayers. And then, how do we get them deported? How do we get them out of our country? How do we do it? Because we got to get them out, right? Got to get them out of here. Because if we don't figure out a way to get them out of here, they're just going to continue to do what they want to do, and just wreak havoc whenever they want to. We got to figure out how to do that. So, but this is a great step for Louisiana. It's a great state for any state. But they passed a bill that would allow state and local law enforcement to arrest immigrants who have entered the United States illegally. I think it's great. My only problem is, how do you document who these people are if they don't have Social Security numbers, if they don't have any of this stuff? But I think it's fantastic that they're doing this. It's a great move. Great move. I wish more states would do this, because the more states that would actually do this, it's going to make the federal government have to become more and more accountable for what we're going to do with these people. And catapult them all over the grand. Absolutely. Most definitely. There has to be, there is nothing wrong with getting some great big huge choppers, loading these people up 100 by hundreds or 50 by 50, whatever they do. Because I know somebody will boycott me. Go, hey, you can't do it 100 by 100. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, how do you move troops? You know what I'm saying? Do the same thing. Put all these people on a flight. Just take them over there. Drop them off right in the middle of the desert over there or something. Wherever it's at. I don't know. Get rid of them. Throw them a bottle of water. Bag of beef jerky, and let them be. Get them out of the country. And then when they start coming back in the country, have that stinking border shut down. But we're seeing more and more of the migrants and the immigrants and all these things that we have been talking about for weeks now. Actually, in eastern Tennessee, there was actually eight men, all migrants, illegals. They've all been arrested for looting and burglarizing flood-ravaged victims in eastern Tennessee. And here's the thing: what kind of person, what kind of mindset? Well, let me just rephrase that. This is the kind of people that they are. Okay, the ones that will come in the middle of not a pandemic. DC, I need you going. Okay. Let me see here. This is the kind of people that they are. Come in and they'll come in here, do their thing, and tear us up, and then act like it's no big deal. I have to go for a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
In the face of the fight, military shining light, help is on the way. Hang tight, we're gonna see a brighter day.
All right, buddy. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. Quick little thing there came up. Anyway, all good. So as you got these 8 men, all migrants, go into this in East Tennessee where they've had the flood has just torn everything apart. Not only in Tennessee, but you got North Carolina. It is absolutely devastating what has been going on. But the mindset of these bozos is to go in the middle of everybody's. I mean, what I'm going to say is probably going to be horrific to some of you. It's too bad that one of these big old flood things where the water was coming down didn't just grab them and wash them away and flush them down a drain like a toilet. Because if you're going to go around looting and robbing people in their time when the whole country is just upside down like this, that just shows you the kind of mind frame they are. And you know what? It's only starting. It's only starting until somebody says, you know what? How would you like to have some lead teeth? And, you know, give them some of that. So they can't speak English if they can speak the universal language right there. No. But I think it's pathetic and ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Stealing from people whose houses have been absolutely destroyed and families' lives that have been just destroyed and washed away in front of them. It's ridiculous. I'm glad that they were caught. I'm glad that they're in jail, but we know the process that will happen. They're not citizens, and they'll eventually be cut loose. And hopefully the next time that they try to do that, they knock on the wrong door. And, you know, we got too much in our country going on to be worrying about these migrants coming in and trying to steal from us now. You understand what I'm saying? You have every right to protect your home and your belongings. And we're getting to the point that we're going to need that. You're going to have to do that because so many things are going on that the law enforcement all over America is about to be stretched to a point that it's going to have to be some people taking charge. It really is. That's absolutely pathetic. Many of you have seen and know, of course, the big stories are the ports and how the ports and all that, and we reported on this Sunday night, that I said from California to Texas, Louisiana, I said Houston, New Orleans, Mobile, Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston, Wilmington, Hampton Roads, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston, all the way up through there. We're going to see some serious things go down. You're going to have these closings. And everybody kept asking me, do you think it's going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you see? And Sunday night, I said, I hate to say it, but yes, I believe it's going to happen. Now that I can tell you the reason why I said that, it'll make a little bit more sense to you. Now, before anyone throws out this card and goes, well, what about the American people? What about, my God, we're having to go through this and go through that. Just hang tight, Gertrude. Hang tight and listen to what I got to say. Because a lot of times people, they'll say, I want to see these things come down in front of my face. I want to see it. I want to see it. And what I'm going to explain to you here is a very eye-opening revelation on Tuesday. And how fitting is it? October the 1st. I'm about to tell you about the hunt that has started and it will continue. When we say the hunt for Red October, there's a lot of hunting going on right now. Not Hunger Games, and not people out there looking for deer, looking for turkey, looking for black bear, and whatever else you want to do. Of course, the migrants are out there looking for possums and raccoons and cats and dogs or whatever else they can get their hands on. But it's more than that. And you are not going to hear this anywhere else, but you're going to hear it today first. And then you're going to hear all the conspiracy theorists coming out going, hey, I think it's this. Because there's a few cats that listen to our show, and I've caught on to them. And I don't say anything, but I just think it's funny. They'll listen to our show, and then they turn around and then go live within a few minutes or even that evening and they regurgitate everything that we've said on the show like it was their intel and like it was them doing it, which is fine. Whatever, to each his own. So, anyways, so I told you we was gonna have these. We would absolutely have these strikes. We've got ports being shut down. You got it's crazy. Now, I said there could be a ripple effect after a couple days, and even some of the prior to all this, when everybody was giving all their their political analysis and yada yada yada, was giving their things. They were saying it's possible within 4 to 5 days that there would be a backlash or whatever. They have to make it sound so bad. I'd rather call it a speed bump, because it's really not as devastating as what everybody's going to act like it is. Because even though we talk about the mainstream media will always feed you garbage, and the main media will always feed you fear. And it doesn't matter if you hear truth or see it. You still, this is what I heard though. Man, I just stop putting validity in mainstream media. You have to do that. If that's one gift you give yourself in life, make that the gift. Stop giving in and listening and judging things off the mainstream media. You have to. It is for your mental sanity and for you to make better decisions in life. Because if not, you're always going to operate in fear. Okay, I told you about the ports, told you about that. I'm going to tell you exactly why this is happening. Okay? Now, you're going to hear, well, they're on strike for this, they're on strike for that, they're on strike for this. And to the normal person, they are. We talk about it on a weekly basis of optics. Okay? Optics. Yes, people will not be working. Yes, there will be speed bumps. Okay? And there's a couple videos floating around of guys at ports trying to get their trucks in and stuff like that. I think this was before they actually the actual shutdown or whatever you want to call it. I think it was like yesterday or day before yesterday. They're trying to get in there. They can't get in there. And of course, we live in a world now where people have cell phones. They record everything. They broadcast everything. And sometimes people's breaking news is very dangerous, because it puts a lot of people's lives sometimes on the line, and they don't even realize it. The damage that can be done by sometimes social media, as far as like putting videos out and putting things out, can cause stings or things like that to really go south. I was on a big drug bust one time, and it was very dangerous, very, very dangerous. This drug dealer was a big time. Well, he wasn't just a drug. He was a kind of a kingpin, but he was out of Chicago. And meanwhile, me and another guy catch him. Well, I caught him first, and then I had to get backup. He comes in, and then before you know it, I have everybody there. But meanwhile, what people are thinking as a citizen journalist are, well, let me just film their faces. And they immediately put you in life's danger by posting I don't care if you record what's going on, but when you're putting certain people's pictures up, it's very dangerous, especially when there's cartel in your hometown. You mean yours, DC? No, yours. In your hometown. Small town America, cartels here. I will tell you that. It's absolutely crazy. So anyways. Yeah, okay. So people put these videos out. I'm going to tell you something today, right now, that you're not going to hear anywhere else. And And then I'm going to throw it all into major perspective for you. Operation Portside. Okay? Operation Portside. I don't care if you repeat it 1 billion times. It's okay at this point. Operation Portside. Or, and that's short for what this is. Operation Portside Rescue and Recovery. You're going to start hearing more and more of that. You're going to start hearing more and more of it. We've known in America for a long time, and on this show, I've broken to you several times how there's been containers with kids' parts in it, kids, children, being shipped, going different places. What you're witnessing, yes, there are people that are not going to be working. Yes, there are people they're going to be parking their trucks. Yes, there's going to be a lot of things come to a halt. But what you are witnessing, I'm telling you right now, 1 trillion, billion, zillion, whatever the heck you want to call it, percent, you were watching Operation Portside. And Operation Portside, or actually Operation Portside Rescue and Recovery, is this. I wish it wasn't recovery. I wish it was just rescue. What you are seeing is a recovery and a rescue mission, especially with these ports. Why do you think that all the ports are being affected? Let me ask you this. Why do you think the military is at all the ports now? Think about that. Why do you think they're there? Well, they're not there for kicks and giggles, right? They're not there just to play around. They're there to get a job done. And this job is called Operation Portside. And you'll be hearing a whole lot more of this. Through the next couple days and weeks. You'll be hearing about it. Because it is a rescue and recovery mission in the port system. Let me tell you this. Diddy openly would do his music videos. Him and somebody else, I can't remember the name, would do their videos. And on their videos, they were openly doing their videos, filming them inside of containers. Inside of containers. You will not hear this anywhere else until after this show. Because everybody gonna jump on the bandwagon now. Let me tell you why people jump on the bandwagon of what I say. Because they know it's going to happen, or they know it's been happening. They know it's the truth. Yeah, if bad people are going to flee America, they're not going to flee them. They're not going to flee America through the port and jump in a container. Because that container can be there for months and months and months. But think about this. A lot of these, it ain't just kids, okay? Because a lot of these containers were headed to Ukraine, and even Israel, as a part of their handouts from the Biden-Harris administration. Stockpiles. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You need to think about this. Inside shipping crates, you have been told over and over and over that, and you've been, not only have you been told, but you've heard it and seen it, that in these containers how there's body parts of kids. And why do you think they would find these containers? Because of the smell. Can I tell you a little something here? Tell you something. One of my guys this morning was talking, and he said, you wouldn't believe this. There are containers that we can hear children screaming and crying in, and we don't even know where they're at yet because it's so much. We're bringing American children home. They're coming home. And when I say the hunt for Red October, it really is a hunt for Red October. It's a hunt to find out where these kids are, what these containers are, all this. If it's children, if it's guns, whatever it may be, it's being hunted down. And those that have their names attached to these containers. Don't you hear me? They're way over their head. And there is no way of getting out of this. No way. No possible way. They are like a piece of meat hanging in a butcher shop. Talking about the people that are doing this and have done this and have their names attached to this. And it's all ties together here today. And I think it's really ironic that today, being October 1st, that I'm allowed to break this out. Diddy has sung his last song. Diddy has sung a song of revelation. What, you mean he's got a new project coming out? No, I don't, ding dong. I'm telling you, it don't matter if he's suicided now or what. Oh no, I've heard he's in protective custody right now and he's going to return, be state's witness. And are you kidding me? Diddy has sung his last song, and he has sung his song of revelation. His song of revelation is so much corruption. There is two more people that are higher up than Diddy. I'm not right now. I can't say. There's two people higher up than him that he's already sung like a baby. When he went into court and he puts up, I'll give $50 million. I'll make sure that I give you my visa. I'll make sure you have my airplane. I'll make sure you have my mansions. And they still would not give him the light of true day because of the power that he had with manipulation. And they all know that everybody that's crossed him ends up dead with pneumonia or whatever else. It is absolutely connected with what you're seeing today. Now, we're setting aside the national disaster right now with the rains and the storms, because we'll get to that here in a second. But right now we're talking about these ports. And Ukraine is being cut off, and there's going to be a lot of children that come home. And some of these children may not come home alive. That's why you're seeing a little bit of kind of what's going on, but not really it. But the next couple days, you're going to really see some good videos coming out. Even from your citizen journalists posting stuff, military, all these things. Why is the military here at the ports? Why is the military? Well, we've never seen this before. Why that? I mean, there's so many here. Vehicles, buses, helicopters, trucks. I mean, it's crazy. because it goes back to this. We have it all. We have it all. And there's still a few more grapes that need squeezed. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing at the border. That's why, and I know it's painful. Well, you may, well, my gas is going to go up or my food's going to go up. It's going to be hard to get this, hard to get that. I get it. But it hasn't been like DC hasn't been telling you for weeks. Get something stockpiled back, not massive months and all that stuff like everybody's throwing the fear out. And if nothing comes down in the next 2 weeks, then you know what? You eat your food and you move on. You go buy fresh stuff or whatever you can. Jay-Z is high up. He was high up. He was. And let's see, but it needs to be shown in public and bring these horrendous crimes to the forefront. We've kept this up here. It's not been hidden. Let me tell you that it hasn't been hidden. It's been hidden by the mainstream media. That's who's hidden it from us. Elon Musk is working on a web browser now. And the web browser, because here's the thing, you can go to Google, you can go to whatever it's called, Internet, used to be Internet Explorer, but whatever it's called now, Edge. You can go to any of these. You go to download these things. Oh, we're filtered, we're protected, yada, yada, yada. But they're all still controlled. They're all still controlled, and they're all still, what your results are still filtered. Elon Musk is going to put this out. When Elon Musk puts this out, you will have 100% non-throttled information. Because what you get now is throttled. So if you're waiting for your mainstream media to show you stuff, they're not. They're going to tell you that it's based off of politics and it's because of Trump. That's what they're going to tell you. Every one of them know, including your mainstream media news, every one of them know. Their ass is grass, man. They know this, especially when Trump is sworn in. They know it. It's going to be bumpy. It's called a speed bump. But I would much rather go through some speed bumps. And let me just say this. Let me put this into a little bit of perspective here. Before anyone says, but we've been going through for years. My gas has been high. And it has. My electric's been high. And it has. All my bills went up. And it has. But you know what? There's some places that don't have electricity. There's some places that don't have food at all. There's some places that the state bird is the fly. So, really, we are a blessed America. No matter how you look at it. Yeah, we have disasters. Yeah, we have it. But you know what? America is a different breed. American can have a disaster, and we don't just... We get over the shock of it, and guess what we do? We go clean up and rebuild. We always do. That's our nature as Americans. We can walk through wars. We can walk through turmoil. We can walk through things. But guess what? We pick ourselves back up, dust ourselves up. Well, a few of us do. Few people love the victim card. Love the victim card. Sort of like some love the race card. Can't talk to them without... They got to give you the victim statement. Got to give you the victim speech. And then there's some you talk to, and they got to take. You can't even have a conversation without them reminding you that they're African American or they're Indian or whatever the heck they may be. I don't start out my conversation. Hey, guess what? I am a Caucasian American. I'm Cherokee. Maybe that's where my temper comes from. I don't know. Both sides of my family were Cherokee. I had a Cherokee chief as a great-grandfather. But as America, we fight for the better, right? We always fight for the underdog. And if we're willing to say, I want it all to come out. then if it has to come out, and it will come out, here's the thing. There is no putting pause to this now. There is no putting a pause on this. This is all, it's all going to continue to just domino effect, all the way through. And I told you this Sunday night. The ports. And not only that, Q told you 2-3 years ago, watch the water. Watch the water. Also told you, nothing can stop what's coming. There will be a time that these people will not be allowed to walk down the street without people bombarding them. Where's Fauci right now, guys? Where's he at? It's amazing how you don't even hear from him now. What about John Durham? Because he was really first and foremost out front for a long time. Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. Don't take your eyes off of these other countries. Don't do it. Yes, we want these ports cleaned. And they're getting way more than cleaned. But I believe here in a little bit, you're going to start seeing, oh, wow, look at these kids that were found. Look at this, look at that. Because it's going to be so overwhelming that they cannot do anything but report it. That's what's going to happen. Here's the thing. The United States has become a place now where your entertainers, actors, actresses, even athletes. Hey, this was amazing. You have athletes that haven't even graduated high school, but want to tell you how to vote. You have certain athletes that are paid millions and millions of dollars that can do nothing skillful except for go out and throw a ball around for the white man. Think of that. I wonder why they're not crying racism. We pay them to grab a piece of pig skin and run with it. And they think that they're a freaking superstar. They're a slave. We have mistaken all these. Oh, that's Oprah. She's a talk radio host. I got to hear what her view. Stop depending upon what everybody's views are. Make a judgment for yourself. Hey, how about this? Think for yourself, America. Because if you want opinions, you'll get opinions. Just like everybody, the old saying, opinions are like buttholes, everybody's got them. Some are relevant and some just stink. Understand? But we have to stop thinking of these people as people of major, man, these are major important people. Says who? Says who? Seriously. Says who? If you need a doctor, you go see a doctor. Here's the thing. I need doctors for me. I need teachers for America and for the children of America. And for me too. Just because you're older doesn't mean you can't learn. You should always be trying to expand your thought process. We need farmers, right? We need these things. I need these truck drivers out there. Anytime I've needed my car worked on, I've needed someone that knows how to work on my car. Anytime I needed plumbing done or electrical work done, I've needed a plumber or electrical person. I need someone that knows how to get it done. And not only that, if I need resources, I need to find people that know how to get the resources. But I've never once went, man, trying to do this investigation. I need to find the information out on yada yada yada. Let me see what the athletes are saying. Let me see what Oprah would say. Let me see what T.D. Jakes would say. Let me see what Hollywood says. Let me Google this person and see what they think about things. We have been programmed to listen to people that don't know their head from their butt. We've been programmed to listen to people and give validity to people that have no business even addressing our kids today. That's one of the problems that's wrong with our families and kids. We got people like Taylor Swift that's, oh, man, she's a star. We want to make her, I want my kids to look at her and say, man, she's a great mentor. Give me a break. I want someone that loves some of these guys that take the knee on the football field because they're expressing themselves. Go express yourself in another country like that. You cannot represent America and burn the flag. You cannot represent America and take the knee. You cannot represent America and not put your hand over your heart when we're saying Pledge of Allegiance. And you cannot call yourself a true American and be anti-America. And be anti the human race, except for the choice. Your choice. It is your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. But those same people that bitch and gripe over your body, your choice are the ones that saying, we want the government to pay for our school bills. Our schooling should be free. They should pay for all this. Well, I say if it's your body, your choice, it's your bills, you pay them. You pay it. You don't expect everybody else to take care of that. And there's so many things even coming out of the NFL, all these things. It's stupid, just stupid, absolutely stupid. It's amazing to me that I see people that had took the knee a year ago and 2 years ago are now standing, coming out, and they run out and they kneel down on the field and bow their head like they're going to pray. Oh, Father God, help us today win this fake game that's already been made out for us. But Lord, just touch us all, keep us safe, because I don't want to break my neck out here. And everybody goes, well, praise God. You see Billy Bob out there with his football helmet down? He was all God. He was praying to God. Since when do we let athletic people influence us on prayer? Half of them are freaking Muslim. Think about this, guys. It's crazy. And we got the port going down. You got the storm coming in. And not only that, there's a crap load of storms on the way. And I told you Sunday night, I gave you all the instances and everything. It is 100% controlled. 100% controlled. There's no way that you can prove me wrong, and there's just no way. There's no way. Because the storms that they're saying are coming, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 storms. 9 storms that they're already saying are coming. How do they know they're coming? Especially when it's weeks away. In the next 7 days, we got another storm coming through. That we don't know if it's going to hit Tampa, New Orleans, Houston, Brownsville. We don't know. And it's big. But answer me this. How do they know weeks and weeks in advance that they're coming in? And they even know them by name. Just joking. That's why people do need to be rescued out of North Carolina and Tennessee, places that they're stuck. They need to be rescued and brought somewhere else. Because the next couple weeks, they're going to lower the boom on us. Because guess why? We're pushing towards the election. We're pushing towards it. It doesn't matter if you want to believe me or not. It does not matter. I know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, no one's looking at Hillary. Meanwhile, no one's looking at Obama. Let me tell you who the rat is that's kept his mouth shut way too long. George Bush Jr. And we know what's happened to Senior. But this Gulf Coast, and then on the other side, the next storms are coming in through the Atlantic. It's going to come up into it. I mean, we're talking some serious stuff here. And not only, it used to be that the storm would come off out of the Atlantic and all that, and Caribbean Sea, all that stuff, and come in. We're seeing storms develop out of the Midwest, just develop out of nowhere and push down. And when they push down, then come through Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, all these places, and end up pushing through the coast again. I told you, buckle up. Told you, buckle up. Buckle up, guys. And those that are stranded, figure somewhere you can go. Get out for a second. Because we're going to have some more stuff coming through. Because if it can keep you occupied with trying to rebuild and the devastation that's going on, it'll be less people to vote. And it's true. And isn't it amazing that they keep pushing these storms and they keep hitting the hardest through the largest Republican part? That's absolutely ludicrous, DC. That's ludicrous that you would say something like that. So says the person that voted for Obama or Hillary or Biden and would vote for Kamala. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Vigilant. Staying vigilant. I'll play you this real quick here. This was Poopy Pants talking. They got off the plane. They was interviewing him about about the hurricane victims and all that. And I'm not sure if there's any coherency here, but here we go. All right, I'm not going to play it. Can't really hear it anyway. It ain't really worth listening to him yap. But what he says is pretty much, I'm a dumbass. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I've got to go off to the side and crap my pants and get my diaper changed. But meanwhile, in the corner is Jill over there going, "Good job, Joe. Good job. You made a poopy for us today. Good job." You can never polish a turd, folks. You can never polish it to make it look so shiny that it looks like gold. It's still a turd. And that is Joe Biden for us. And Joe and Jill. And matter of fact, his son, crackhead Biden. He don't give a rat's rear end about the storm people. He don't give a rat's rear end about the hurricane. He don't give nothing about nothing. He could care less. Because he's just going to go sit on the beach somewhere. It's amazing that we have not truly went to war, because we have not had a president of the United States for a good little while now. You've had the administration of Biden running the country, and most of that is Jill Biden, her calling the shots. Good thing that we actually voted her in, right? I can tell you this, and some of you are going to really get bent out of shape. I cannot believe you'd say that, but I'm going to say it. When the day comes that it's a public funeral in the rotunda, and bless his soul. Oh gosh, Biden would be in there. I won't cry a damn tear. I wouldn't piss on his casket for $1 million. Because he, his family, all of them have made a mockery of the office of President of the United States. It's been sickening, just sickening. You ever get in these places where something just aggravates you so much that you just wish you could just bless God, wrap your arms around it, and squeeze the poop out of it? There you go. It's unbelievable, just unbelievable. I see Biden's hunting ground and Biltmore's gone. Yeah, of course he doesn't care. No, he don't care. He don't care at all. And when he's asked about, hey, what do you think about this? Are you going? Here's the thing, and I told you this Sunday night. Waiting on FEMA. Gotta wait on FEMA. Gotta wait on this. America needs to stop waiting on these government things to come in and rescue people and to bring them food and bring them water. Yeah, installed right. Exactly. America does. The true Americans do not need to do that. And I'm seeing that with these guys with the helicopters and people bringing in grills and trying to help people. I get it. That's why it ticks me off when these guys get there. Here's the thing. There's a guy that went in with his helicopter to rescue a couple. He gets there. He realizes that his helicopter is not going to hold. It's overweight. So he leaves his son behind on the mountain. True story. Leaves his son behind on the mountain to rescue these people first. And his son says, yeah, get them first. And then when he gets back to land, they're telling him he can't go. He's grounded. What kind of pathetic pieces of crap would do that? Let me tell you how. Let me tell you who. Some of your hometown folk. Absolutely. This guy was a fire chief, a volunteer probably. I'm not knocking him, but yet I'm knocking him. It got more power than he knows what to do with. One of those guys wants to exert all of his authority, but really doesn't have any authority. I would say, hey, where's your fire extinguisher at, dude? Oh, it's over here. Why? Because I'm about to shove it up your ass. That's why. I'm going to go rescue people. You can sit back here and eat your cheeseburgers and put your vest on and put your chest out and act like you're really doing something, but we're going to go rescue people. It takes Americans to do that to get our point across. You don't have to do it with violence, but you can get your point across. You know what? Screw FEMA. We're going to go and we're going to go rescue our own people. We're going to get a crew put together. Trust me, there's enough people that's retired military and people that even aren't military that know how to survive in the woods, know how to survive, build fires, rescue, all these things. And if your local authorities or whatever are keeping you from rescuing people, have them fired. And the people that are, if you have a sheriff that's telling you you can't go in and rescue people, and we're going to send this, and we're going to send, and they're letting people die, vote in a different sheriff next time. You have to be fed up with America. You have to be fed up with small town America, Sylacauga, Alabama. You have to be fed up with these people that have no interest but their interest at heart. They don't care about you guys. As long as they're safe, they're fine. It is time for America to change its direction. Oh, but we need Trump in there. Oh, but he don't change your local government. You do by the people you vote in. That's why it's important for you to know your pastors in the area, know who is a sympathizer with these goofballs, and find out really who they really are. Just because someone goes to church does not mean they have your best interests at heart or the community's. Let me tell you a little secret. Here. Listen closely to DC. Gather close to your radio speaker and listen to me right now. You have a ton of dangerous people in this world, but there's a lot in your own church. Yep. Some of the most dangerous places are church, because these freaking child molesters can get in there, hide under the redemptive forgiveness of God and still molest your children in Sunday school or on a stupid. I can't even tell you how many times I have personally known or dealt with people, churches now. We're not talking schools. We're not talking, schools where they let people, act like cats and pee and poop in the litter box. Meow. And I've said it. Those that want to have that, fantastic. The way you take care of that problem, you bring in a bunch of migrants that love to eat cats and dogs, and let's see them change their attitude real quick. Do you understand? Let me give you a little example. One case, just one case of a rumor of a molestation at a church gets investigated. One person, now they had multiples in there, but one person alone was charged with 43 counts of molestation, sexual assault to children. But brother, he's a man of God. He's been with our church since he was just a teen. I just can't imagine that happening. I always wondered why he always wanted to babysit the kids. I always wondered why he wanted to be over the youth group. I always wondered why he wanted the boys to be separated from the girls when we'd have cookouts and swimming parties. Oh, yeah. In small town America, right? Nope, it's in your hometowns. You've got to change America. If that's one thing this show does, it's to make you think and to make you go, man, I really need to start questioning some of our leaders. And if I just question them in a non-confrontational way, and they get really upset because you've just asked them a question, want to have you thrown out and all this other stuff, then you know that they're a rat. They're a rat. Somebody put it up there, females corrupt. They pillage through homes of victims, guns, money, jewelry. The people are better equipped. Absolutely. The people are better equipped to handle it. Let me tell you something. If it comes down to you ever having to leave your home because of a disaster, and FEMA's coming in, they have a great point here. You really do need to hide that stuff. Nothing is sacred when they come in. Nothing is private. Not all churches are bad. You're exactly right. And I never once said that all churches are bad. I've said that you will find a lot of these things hiding in the church because why? Well, DC, they can repent. They sure can. They sure can. But just because someone repents for being a sexual predator doesn't mean you put them over the children's department, or let's just put them over the nursery. I believe in grace and mercy, but I also believe in protecting your families. Personally, years ago, I was at a church, knew the pastor extremely well. I also, here's the thing, I also knew who dwelled amongst the congregation because I had young children at the time. And after getting a bad vibe, if you want to call it that, I did a little bit of research. Come to find out, the bad vibe was exactly why my gut was telling me to check it out. Because this gentleman had probably 6 to 8 different sexual assaults against him. But he was in the church. He was an usher. Okay. So I go to the pastor, hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just letting you know I'm uncomfortable with this guy. He goes, well, before you say anything, we know about his past. I said, that's fantastic. keep him away from my kids because I'll break his neck. No lie. And probably about a month later, my kids, very young. I think one of my children was, I think it was like, one was like 8, the other one was, I don't remember what she was at the time. Anyway, very, very young. She comes in during this music practice, choir practice, whatever you want to call it. There was a cantata going on. They was all practicing. I had to take my kids there. One youngest little girl comes in. Here, Daddy, take this. Okay. Where'd you get all this candy at? Such and such back there. Like, oh, okay. Okay. She goes up and do her thing, and I walk back to him. I said, listen, I'm not here to play games with you. If you give my kid one more piece of candy, I'm going to take you by the throat and rip your larynx out. And I ain't playing with you. Well, then he runs and tells the pastor, I just got physically threatened. DC, he physically threatened me. Pastor comes to me, hey, man, did you threaten him? I said, sure did. Sure did. You can let any of your children in the church and their parents take care of their kids. But when it comes to my kids, this man, there's certain things you don't do when you've had these charges on you. And one is to go around and try to continue to lure children, especially mine. And I said, and if he touches them one more time, gives them a piece of candy, anything, I can promise you, you'll have a sacrifice within your church. Because my kids are way more important than your feelings as a pastor and your feelings as a person. Well, I just try to give them candy. I've known of other cases of church board members having these passed, but because they've had big money, it gets overlooked. Not all church is bad, especially coming from Diddy, right? Man, not all church is bad. We love those pastors. They can filter our money through there. We can build these orphanages and send a plane over and bring some fresh meat over and make them party favors at a party. Meanwhile, the normal saint is blinded and going, praise God, I'm just giving to the cause. Has no idea. That's why it's good to question. Hey, I need pictures of where our money's going. Anyway, that was free. United we are the church. Absolutely. Well, we should be. Everybody says the kingdom of God. Everybody talks about unity and all that stuff, but when the rubber meets the road, we'll let political leaders be voted in just because of money and just because of favors. We'll take a break, and I'll be right back, and we'll get things moving along here.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.
Hey everybody, it's DC, and today I want to talk to you about Birch Gold Group. And we recently had some monumental news that no one else is actually talking about, and for the first time ever, the interest the U.S. pays on its debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security. And that's right, the U.S. Now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend recklessly. And that's why savvy Americans are turning to gold, and something not tied to the inflated dollar is what it is. And you too can help, can do this with the help of Birch Gold Group. And for over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their retirement and savings by converting on IRA or the 401k into an IRA in gold. To learn more, go to birchgold.com/rumble. All right. Sorry about that. I just get sick and tired of commercials. I just want to get the show going and do what we got to do. Anyway. All right. Let's see. I got a text here. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, if you get a chance, go check us out at eiobn.com. There's our website. You can find out more stuff there, how to support us. Everything you do support goes into what you're seeing here. Just so you know, the newsletters are rolling out this week. Also, if you have ordered anything, you should be getting it very, very soon. There has been a small delay and all that, but it's all going, so we're all good. Anyway, I just got a text here. There's a buddy that actually lives in Israel, and he says, we're in the bomb shelter now. Attack from Iran. Street terrorists have just killed 6 people in Tel Aviv. Street terrorists. Street terrorists. Think about this. They live 20 minutes from Jerusalem. Hundreds of missiles have been launched at Israel right now by Hezbollah and Iran. 50 plus intercepted over the family and friends neighborhood. This is where they are at. By the Iron Dome. Hezbollah Hezbollah and Iran are trying to overwhelm the Iron Dome. Okay. Sorry, I'm texting them back right now. So they're in a shelter now. They're in a bomb shelter. So yeah, pray for Israel. Pray for Israel. And I can promise you this: if Trump was in, this would go down. This ain't going down. My prayer is that Israel would unleash a nuclear on them. Yep, I'm saying it. There's innocent people, there's innocent children. But those innocent children will strap bombs to their chest and run to the grocery store and blow themselves up for their cause. So I say go ahead and expedite that process. I'm just reading what they're saying here. I won't be able to text them back now. I text them back, but they won't get it because they're in a shelter, so they're not going to have any cell service. I'll keep you posted as much as I can. Only thing changes in that, but sorry about that. Yeah, eiobn.com. You can go there, check out our social media sites. Also, there's a place to give. Everything you give does go back into here, and we greatly appreciate it. And we really need that. And just so you know, I've already started the process of trying to get a location, a permanent location that's big enough to put studios in, like video studios in for our TV station. And there was actually going to be 2 stations that we're going to be doing. One will be the network here that we do, and also there will be another one that we're working on. I won't talk about that one right yet, but we're talking about that one. And there'll be one station that will be given access strictly to Guardians, and then there'll be another one that's just our new stuff. Anyway, yeah, please keep them in prayer in Israel. Everyone there, And here's the thing: you got street terrorists, which means these are people running around killing people. Unbelievable. Here's the thing: they can fight and fight and fight and fight, and continue to kill people and do things, but they're going to lose because they're absolute dumb people. They really are. Really are. These are the ones, and here's the thing: they're doing this because they got their butt handed to them with their stupid walkie-talkies and their pagers, because they're masterminds. Right. Let me read this here. I go to church regularly. Our pastor is a Holy Ghost-filled preacher that preaches from the King James Version Bible, and he struggles financially because we're not a hand-up, but a handout. Right. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. My father was the same way. My father was always about grabbing people and pulling them up, helping them out, feeding them. I'm telling you, when he passed away, he was going through photos of my father and his life, and he had a pantry and all kinds of stuff. And the hundreds of thousands of people that he fed clothes, gave them shoes every year. Every kid got new shoes. Is unbelievable. And we continue that on right now, but it's nowhere near what my father did. And he had a church, and he paid his mortgage. He paid everything because people were just people were stingy. Anyway, what are the big clue? Yeah. So anyways, so let's get on back here. But another thing that I saw that I was trying very, very hard today to get it uploaded to our video thing here was that Trump, he was actually in Tennessee and also North Carolina. And of course, Melania was there, which was, great because, there's some people saying, oh, well, she's out of the picture now. She's gone. People that don't know want to spread crap. I've been telling you for a long time, things are going down. And one of the things that should, and if you don't believe me, just you can go to TikTok or whatever, just Google it, whatever. But Donald Trump this past couple of days, he was in his suit, red tie, his red hat, walking around, and he's holding a folder with him. And in this folder is a leather-bound folder, and it has on the front of it the President of the United States seal. No matter what you think about what I say here, or even Kim Clement, we have been under two different governments. We have, whether you believe it or not. It don't even matter to me. Don't even matter, because I know what I know. The other thing is what you're seeing in the ports, what you're seeing with this rescue that's going down and recovery. You're seeing all this, Operation Portside. This would never have truly happened under the commander-in-chief if Joe Biden was it. And before anyone says that's impossible, you need to really research it. Very, very possible. Plus, also, on top of that, you have all the executive orders that were signed in prior to Trump turning over the authority over to, or power to, the military. We have all that proof too. And not only that, the executive orders 138, whatever it was, that actually showed, the executive orders that were expiring, they actually have been renewed twice. There's no way that Joe Biden in his right mind would even try to do that, because it takes a commander-in-chief to do that. And it has been done. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to read somebody's comments here. We're having a community cookout. Get with this conversation. That's awesome. That's awesome. Been in church my entire life for about 15 years ago, 63, and the people I know are not going to believe the truth. And you know what? We're going to have that. And here's what you do. 13818, right? You're exactly right there. Here's what you do. You don't have to convert people, and you don't have to convince people. You just have to live your life and make better decisions. And that's what we talk about here. You trying to make everybody collectively making better decisions on who they're voting for, why they're voting for them, and all that. One of the other things that has it's been brought to my attention is Impact Plastics. If you don't know who that is, Google it. There's a lot of information up right now. Someone specifically reached out to me and asked me to talk about this, and so I'm going to, because I've researched it a little bit, and it's not really cool with me. Because Impact Plastics, they knew the storm was coming in. And not only that, they demanded everybody still come into work, or they would be fired. Okay, the workers were told that if they left before the actually anyway, the bosses actually left is what happened. And not only that, but the workers were told that if they didn't come in during this hurricane, that they would be fired. But the bosses decided to leave because it's just too daggone dangerous, right? But we're told to the workers that if they left before the floodwaters got waist high, that they would be fired. But their bosses still decided to leave. Here's the thing. You're exactly right. I would have lost my job, right? These workers were made to pick between their lives and their livelihoods, all for the benefit of the owners, because the money's for the owners, right? Keep production up no matter what, no matter what. And there's a lot of workers that lost their lives. It's in Tennessee. It's Impact Plastics. You got to see it. There are family members that are missing. I actually had a family member reach out to me and ask me to say something about this, and I am. These owners need to be held accountable. Their business needs to be. I don't even think it needs to be shut down if it can be rebuilt. I think it needs to be sold off to one of the employees and make it employee owned or whatever, and benefit the ones that have died. But you have. Let me go back here. Just give me a second, because I think their voices need to be heard here. Let me find it here. Let's see here. Sabrina Barnett, missing. There's one. Boone McCrary. That's another one. Lydia. It's going so fast here. There are tons of people here. You hear me? There are tons of people here. I will try to take this and upload it to our TikTok today so you can see this. And I want you all to go look at this and reshare it. There are a ton of people that have disappeared from this place with the storm. You also got, not only that, you've got kids. I call them kids, but there was two, a young boy and a young girl that had actually left Asheville, heading to Greensboro, ended up in Mitchell County, and they were stranded. And then all of a sudden, they're not heard from since. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But meanwhile, you've got fire departments and police saying, don't y'all come and rescue. Don't you bring him any food. Don't you help anybody. And not only that, you've got these migrants that are taking advantage and going to break it in people's houses. My encouragement to you is this, is if you see migrants breaking in someone's houses, thousands missing, you're exactly right, in North Carolina and Tennessee. They're putting bodies in jail now because they have nowhere to put them. That's sad. Absolutely sad. But yeah, we're waiting on FEMA. We're going to wait on FEMA. Bring in some temporary morgues. I mean, give me a break. FEMA can go suck a log. The only bodies that need to be stored into a jail are the ones of these migrants that are that are doing what they're doing to people. It's ridiculous. Let's see here. Somebody's asking me a question here. Sorry, it's about Israel. I hate doing this on the live show, but I have no choice. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you got all these people that are missing and people that it's just sad. Just sad. Let's see here. Someone asked me this. I'll pull it up here. If you're looking for us on TikTok, it's at D.C. Freedom and Intel. Freedom and Intel. And you'll see it'll say the real DC demand justice. So anyways, yeah. Put that away. We've got so much going on in America. It's crazy. But the main thing is not lose sight. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes up. We're going videos of caskets floating down the river. Absolutely. It happened in Katrina, and it also happened several years later in I think it was Walker, Denham Springs. There was they put in all these interstates and they put drains on them and they flooded everybody out. There was caskets popping up, floating through the stuff. Yeah, there's also, I'm also hearing intel of some of these places where the water is receding, that they're finding tons and tons of bones and body parts in certain places. Let's hope it happens on the Biltmore there, where a lot of those people were buried. And we'll get into that some other time. But I just saw you were going to have to. Absolutely. Everybody that's tuned in today, I appreciate it so much. Sorry I went over a little bit today. Just got kind of sidetracked with all the texts and everything going on. Keep your head up in America. We'll be back tomorrow at 1, from 1 until 2:30ish. And hopefully today brought a little bit of eyesight, like clear vision to your eyesight of what's going on in America and how we are facing these fights. Hang on, man. Have anything? Yeah. Yeah, anniversary. Okay, October the 2nd was the anniversary. Okay, from them being attacked again. Yeah, keep your head up. Know that America, we're going to win. We are fighters. We are rebuilders. We got so many storms at hand. And you all thought when they said the storm is upon us, it's just going to be about arresting political leaders. Oh, yeah, and that's coming too. Just so you know. I'm telling you, this month is going to be seriously the hunt for Red October. We got this thing. We're going to win it. And God be with us. God be with you all. Have a great day. Don't forget, go check us out, eobn.com. Support us. See you tomorrow.
Fight for tomorrow.